Oh my god, Kirill is here. Good evening, buddy. How's life? Let's close that. Let's close that. Stream updates. What's up, my friend? How's life? Doing all right. Nice. Nice, man. See if we have everything on. Yeah, that's actually good. Still logged in. I am. Okay. What did we do last night? Infrastructure. We're on the master branch. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let me just go to the backlog before we kind of move back to courses, I presume. Right, this is actually done. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so before we kind of move back to courses and finalize that, there are a few things that you guys reported recently, and we kind of need to fix that. One of them was, actually, let's go to the front end. Actually, let's find some thread. So yeah, for some reason, and I assume, yeah, so actually, so yeah, avatars are not actually, it seems, part of comments, right? So let's maybe kind of start there today. So let's close up stuff and let's start there. So let's go to comment. Actually, to comment, yeah, and comment header, right, over here. And then somewhere around here, we should have an avatar, right? So we have display date. How does the comment look like? Where is the first name and last name exactly? And then over here, we also should have, right, some sort of an avatar, right? Chica, good evening, my friend. So let's kind of start there today. Let's say avatar, import our core avatar. Let's just put that there for now with no props or anything. And yeah, let's try to yeah, go to one of those things, like, I don't know, this guy, and share this. Yeah, okay, so there's some avatar there now, and that's okay. So let's also say here class name flex gap2. Winsworth, good evening, my friend. How's life? And then 0 seconds ago. So let's kind of start here today. Yeah, so what do we want? Let me just see, how was it without the avatar? How does it look now? Okay, so right next to the name, there's the timestamp. I see. Okay, so let's kind of, I think just kind of catching up with some of the things that, yeah, you guys reported and stuff, right? So just kind of rounding up some stuff I want to make sure that, yeah, we you know, we need to build new features, but we also need to obviously to what's it called, yeah, maintain, you know, fix bugs as they're reported and suggestions and stuff like that. How is the course functionality? Good. I think it's done for the most part for the first version, so I think it's pretty good. I'll show you in a moment. Let me just margin right 3. Let me just kind of play with this a bit, because somebody said, hey, why there's no avatar in the comments, and you know, that wasn't a stupid suggestion, right? So let's see, what do we have? So we have wrapped this in a div, and now we have an avatar, nav link, and a span. But actually, should we also wrap this fella in a div, maybe? And it should indeed. I agree. Yes, 100%. 100%. Actually, we don't need to really make that flex. We can just say here ML, I don't know, 1. And then indeed, like basically Kirill said, that's true. Let me actually, what is this? Why did I open this up? Okay. Okay, cool. So let's do that. Where is it? First name exactly. That's get display name. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, Alexander now. Yeah, that's a bit awkward actually. Because I thought that I am uppercasing or capitalizing stuff here. Actually, yeah, that's actually super strange. What? Capitalize first letter. Where are we calling this? Actually, no, we don't need to do that. We can just do that. But we should have actually been doing that here, but doesn't actually matter, okay? And let's say here just capitalize, right? Okay, cool. And then, yeah, so actually, let's say here ML, so let's say MX2 instead. Abo, good evening, buddy. How's life? Actually, let me just try one thing. What the fuck's happening? Oh, so that's good. What's happening with the display date, though? No, display date is fine. What else? Nah, yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is what I was interested in. Margin right 3. Why is it 3? Let's reduce that a bit. Exactly. Okay, good. Now let's see. So yeah. So obviously, let's make sure that we pass the stuff to the avatar now. So are we actually getting the avatar here in the author? Let's see. Author, avatar. Well, I don't have an avatar now, but it's good that avatar is actually there. So we're gonna do this, and yeah. So we're gonna say here to our source is equal to avatar. Alt is gonna be actually, yeah. Let's say here. That, right? And then we're gonna get rid of that, and here for the alt we're gonna say display name, right? Cool. Let's now actually go to the dashboard. Let's choose a file, assets maybe. Shit. Ah, I see. Pixel art. Okay, cool. So that's fine. Let's now go back there. Okay, great, amazing, beautiful, perfect, wonderful, amazing, perfect. Size is going to be, let's say 50 for now. Let's see how that looks like. Yeah, what's the size in other places? Actually, what's the size that we have here? 48. Okay, I see. So let's do the same. So let's say here size is 48. Then go back over here. Yeah, that's okay, right? I guess. Let me just try one thing though, just for fun. Stupid idea. All right, good. Leo, my friend, good evening. Good, man. Just started like 10 minutes ago or something. Good. Just starting with some suggestion from you fellas about some things. Okay. So yeah, let's. This seems fine now, I think. Let's already get this to production and see if it's fine. So let's add this. Add avatar to comment header or whatever, something like that, right? So let's push this. Amazing. Okay, hopefully that's done. So that was one of the recent viewer suggestions. Let's actually move this here, right? Very cool project. Ahmad is writing on Twitch. Ahmad, make sure to go to Programmer Network and sign up, man. There's the link. Thank you very much, man. Okay. So this is done. We did this, I think. Add avatars to comments. So one thing that I saw somewhere in the front end is that we have this this max length on yeah, so I'm actually gonna nuke this, right? So we have the max length on the yeah, so we can actually remove this max length completely, because I now for Jamu, thank you very much, man. Thank you. Just gonna remove this max length because I realized that it's actually very, very annoying. So we're gonna remove the max length and we're gonna actually go to the API and we're gonna say max length as well. Is there like 250 somewhere? Min length, okay. Obi, good evening, my friend. How's life serving you today? Okay, let's also push this immediately, just so we don't accumulate the useless changes, right? So, max length from comments and thoughts. Thank you, Ahmed. Appreciate it, man. No, I don't think so. I think that's handled now a bit differently, Leo. But let's even if it is, and if we realize that it's still a problem, we then have to fix that in a different way, right? Because a few times now so far, I've been trying to post a thought, and I was just like, literally just, oh, you know, your thought is too large, and it's annoying, right? And it's sometimes I need one more word, right? So. I mean, I just left those limitations for a long time now, just so we can see how it feels, and it feels pretty useless, right? This is minimum, this is maximum, and stuff like that. It's really frustrating for people, I'm sure, right? Because it was frustrating for me, right? So I don't know. I don't think it serves any purpose, right, at all. Moderation will have to moderate shit that people write. I'm just gonna ban them and stuff like that. That's not a problem, right? So that's how it is, right? You cannot build a social platform without moderation, right? It's not possible, right? So that's simply how it is, right? That's simply how it is. Jesus Christ, man, where is it? Where's the pages? Matty is back to watching my streams, man. What is happening, dude? He forgot about me completely, and now he's back. Jesus Christ, man. How is this possible? And evening, my friend, how are you? Pages, where's the pages? Jesus Christ, man, where's the pages? Are you kidding me? Am I blind? Custom pages, what? No. What's going on, bro? Like blind or something? Dude, oh my fucking god, man. Sako, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna SMS you why I forgot. I have an excuse. Yes, I'm spineless, I know, but I actually do have an excuse, man. I swear to God, man, I have an excuse. Like, I'm not shitting you. Like, I do. I do have an excuse, okay? Don't judge me, man. Don't judge me. When I tell you the excuse, you're gonna say, it's fine, Alex, I forgive you, man. You're gonna say, I forgive you, dude. Exactly. I know. Spineless, I get it. That's how it is. I'm the spineless one today. Okay, so the avatar is there and it looks fine. So that's good. Let's actually find some thought with multiple comments. Okay, it's maybe slightly too big, but who cares? Okay, good. What else have we pushed? Yeah, so yeah, exactly. Okay, good. All right, great. Remove X, like, yeah, good. That's actually pretty good. Okay, good. Allow users to remove the reactions from resources. Right now, if you like or dislike, you have to remain with one of the options, but you can't remove them. I'm not gonna do this now. I actually agree with this, but the relevance of this at this point in time is meaningless, right? I mean, nobody cares, right? So we're gonna move this to done. Yeah, we need to focus on kind of fixing some of the things and then getting back to finalizing courses. Cannot submit thought with tags. Yeah, so this is, I think, pretty major. Let me actually move this over here. Let's just kind of, you should never have more than one thing in bugs. Let's just always, they're urgent, small. Okay, no, this is actually not a bug. This is also broad. Good evening, my friend. This is also something he explained. He had some, he basically had some browser extension, and we're not going to be fixing that. So that being said, move that there. We're not going to be fixing that one. Syncing repos. Yeah, this is the one that I created. Let's just, I'm not sure how can I progress. William, good evening. I mean, I'm a software engineer, right? So the only thing that I can give you anything meaningful that you should listen to me is in that domain. Everything else I say is my opinion, and it's very important to not perceive me as expert in any other field, not even in programming. So I mean, I can just kind of tell you something out of my ass, which is kind of, yeah. Depending what you want to progress at, right? Some industries are. That's why, you know, I started my career as a Cisco engineer, and then I switched to programming full time because I realized that being a network engineer is very limiting, right? It's a good job, it's a solid job, but it's very hard to progress because there's not much to progress at, right? Whereas in programming, you can really be a junior, medium, senior, tech, team lead, you know, staff engineer, CTO, etc., various different things. And in some professions, you know, you're just bound to. So what would be the advice? I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard to tell. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I mean, if that's what you want to do, right? I mean, you know, you should pick your job carefully, right? You don't want to be doing something for the rest of your life that you hate, right? I think. You know what I mean? So it's like, should you? Yes, I mean, if you can like programming, why not, man? Absolutely. It's a beautiful job, good people, smart people, good, solidly paid still, right? So you absolutely should if it's something that interests you, right? Like, programming is very hard to do already sometimes, even if it's fully interests you. And if it doesn't interest you, then you're gonna probably... Come on, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna pity you, right? I don't pity anybody. I can just tell you to grow some balls, right? And man up, if I can use that word without getting rocked today. So, I mean, we are all equally stupid and equally smart. The only difference is that some people put in more effort than the others, right? So, I mean, we are all kind of stupid anyway, right? So, you know, figure out what you want to do and then, you know, commit to it. That's all you have to do. Depending what you want to do, man. If you want to build websites, right, web pages, web development, then you start with HTML, CSS. That's where you want to start. And then from there, you move into JavaScript, right? If you want to build system level apps, then you decide which system do you want to build for, right? And then you choose a language, right? If you want to be an embedded developer building drivers for, you know, hardware and stuff, then you use Rust or C, right? So, programming is not hard, man. Programming as a skill is easiest part of the job. The hard parts are all other parts of the job. Planning, communication, focusing on the right thing at the right time, you know, etc., etc. So you can learn to program, right? Programming is not, you know... But yeah, it's not rocket science, right? I mean, look, honestly, I mean, expert CHY has his own impression of things, and I respect it, right? I cannot say what he said is wrong. But my perception to life and my approach to life is extremely opposite of that, right? When I read what expert wrote, he almost made you a victim of life already, right? Imposter syndrome, burned out, depression, burnout, right? He literally found nearly every negative possible thing that can happen, right? I don't think about life that way, right? I mean, I think about life in a way more positive way, right? No matter what I do personally in life, I commit to it fully and I always beat it, right? If I play a video game, I always try to be the best at it. If I play a guitar, that's my approach, right? And I don't complain, I don't bitch about things, I just sit and I do things, right? And that's how I operate, right? Of course, we're not all the same. Clearly, based on the comments, you can see that we all perceive things differently, right? But you don't need anyone to pity you, nor you have to pity yourself. If you want to do something, sit, put in the work, and that's it. Don't complain about it. Don't wonder about it. You know, you're an adult, you're 25 years old, you're not a baby, right? Sit down, figure out what you want with your life and do it, right? It's not rocket science, right? It really isn't, right? You know, that's how it is. Don't be a weakling, right? You're probably way better off in your life already than billions of people, not millions, billions, right? So, you know, focus and do shit, right? It's simple as that. It's not more complicated, right? Yeah, that's how it is in life. You sit and you do, or you don't. Well, that's that, right? That's how it is, man. That's all I can tell you. That's how I function, and when I do something, I sit and I do it. I don't think about it, I just do it. And yeah. So the question though is, going back to my programming task here, is why is this broken in production? This is like literally like a mystery to me at this point. Why, like, what is it that it happens that our tags don't work? Like, we have to fix this immediately. I mean, those tags they're a fundamental part, right? Because when you tag something, right, then, you know, people can use our tags pages, right? Like, maybe some people don't even know that we have those pages, right? It's kind of ridiculous, right? But that's why we have them, so people can actually go and write. I mean, if you go to production, right, this was intended so people can, you know, like tag things and then filter out things by, I don't know. I'm interested to see thoughts and posts in JavaScript, right? So you would go here, right? It's just like, yeah, since we switched to TipTap from draft, this hasn't been working. So let's kind of now fix that, right? We have to fix that right away. Yeah, actually, you're right. I completely forgot, Carol. Yes, we were. I remember that Dominic wrote that task, right? We should definitely show thoughts under the tags as well. Yes, Dominic. You know, if you remember Dominic, he made task for us long ago to do that, right? And he was absolutely right. He was absolutely right. He was absolutely right. Okay, so let's kind of figure out why, right? It's something is incredibly wrong here, and that's the worst thing, right? Amazing, man. Love you, dude. Thank you very much. Any help is like my heart flourishes. All right. So if we go to feed, right, and yeah. All right. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Let me just inspect some stuff. Let me investigate a bit here. Let me debug, right? Let's get here to event listeners. is there an event listener on something here? Okay, so there's shit tons of them. All right, cool, great. All right, so here we have a bunch of the event listeners, right? Let's try to start debugging like this. So the one that we're probably interested in is some key press or something, right? So we have key down, key press, whatever, right? Rocket loader. There's a context menu as well, right? So that maybe tells us something. Let's see. Let's use the debugger a bit. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to do it like this, right? Unfortunately, so it's okay, right? It's fine. Okay, so if we go to localhost, right? Obviously, it works here. Now, is there any assumptions we can make? Why would this be, right? So why would it work locally and not in production? Because I think there are two things, on update and on transaction. And basically on update happens when the editor gets updated. On transaction happens when anything in the editor happens. So that event is fired, obviously, as you can see, when we focus this thing, etc., right? So when we do anything really, when the focus state changes, when the anchor changes, etc., right? And I believe this used to work on transaction before. Now on update, it doesn't work, right? On editor, state change. So it no longer works. Yeah. So let's kind of debug a bit. So let's go into tip tap. Let me see what I wrote here before. So we're saying if suggestions are enabled, so if suggestions are enabled, then push this extension to the list of suggestions. And then we have this thing we basically got from their own example, right? And then we have the trigger here, which basically is this guy by default, right? Okay, so actually what I'm gonna do, we're just gonna do some debugging, right? So let's just say here, enable suggestions, and then we're gonna push this. Cassie, my friend, good evening, buddy. How's life? So let's do it like this. Enable suggestions, if statements. Let's just put a bunch of logs. We're gonna push this. We're gonna push this to login or registered. So we need to, I just submitted with hashtag. Wait, it's showing for you the... Good, man. A bit tired, I must admit. It's been a long day at work. there's no Google login because of bots, right? Primarily because of that. It's just to decrease the likelihood of bots signing up. But which browser did you use, Matty? How is that possible? Which browser are you using? And when you press the... Well, I mean, you can do this, I suppose, right? No, actually, but how... So it worked for you. How the hell did it work for you, bro? Tell me what you did so we can debug this easier. And while I'm waiting for you to respond, I'll just smack shit tons of... Okay. I did hashtag first thing in comments. Disable your ad blocker. Let's go to Firefox. No. Yeah. I don't know. No, there's definitely something off, right? Let's do this, right? So it's fine. So let's say here suggestion items. I'm just gonna push a bunch of those things, right, to production so we can kind of see on update, on editor state change. Editor state change. Okay, let me just push those logs to production, so at least we can kind of get some logging there and see if there's anything really useful, right? Debug hashtag menu in tip tab, right? What the fuck is this, man? Caching problem. I don't know. Maybe. F5. Yeah, what the fuck, man? Are you kidding me? No, but it doesn't work now. So F5. No, so... Look at this, right? Super crazy. So if I go to a comment and I go back, it works. Anything we can decipher out of this. So if I go into some other view and I come back, it works. But if I refresh here, it's fucked up. Is there anything we can get out of that? Yeah, super strange, right? Super fucking strange. So now it no longer works. Now it works, right? Okay. Let's wait for some logs, right? Where did I create... Oh man, where's the Cloudflare pages here? Exactly, it seems so, right? let's see with some logs, right? Let's see with some logging. All right, so we have the logs there now. Let's do F5, right? Let's see what's happening. There's something strange. Give me a moment here. Nurko, I mean, it's been a while since I've removed any accounts. It maybe happened once. So if you have had the account and you used it and you signed up properly and you've finalized your profile, then it should be there. I didn't really remove it. Okay, so let me actually get back here. I actually got nothing out of this. That's the problem. The problem whatsoever here is something is very fucked up, right? I think. Because on every key press almost, right? This is not good actually at all, I think. Let's see. That's not good at all, right? Yeah, this is not good at all actually. That's not good. What the fuck, man? Are you kidding me? Like every single time I press a key, it gets inside of here and does all of this again, it seems to me. Well, regardless of this issue that we're talking about now, that's beside the point right now. Is like the editor config stuff. Well, yes, suggestions are not enabled everywhere. That's the whole point, right? The thing is, tip tap is here. Yeah, I mean, that seems incredibly wrong, right? Because no, I mean, we use different instances, right? We use different instances, so it's not overriding it for sure, right? It's just that Yeah, I think at this point I'm not even worried anymore about that now. It's just like the bad shit is that, I mean, I'm sure that we are calling this way too many times. This editor should be configured when it's instantiated, and then this should not be called again. It's, like right now, you know, it doesn't make sense, right? Yeah, but fuck suggestions for now, right? Honestly, not even relevant, right? I don't think this has to do, I don't think that this is happening because of suggestions at all, actually, right? I mean, I don't think that's, if we go to localhost, right? I just feel that, wait a minute, so, yeah, I mean, this, so we need to make sure that this is called only once, right? This configuration has to happen once. Why is it happening like so many times, right? Yeah, it's like, that's clearly wrong, right? Yeah, I mean, this is not normal. This is fucked up, man. I think. Bushman, good evening, man. Yeah, I mean, well, you're not wrong, Sako, but I think, I mean, this is not fault of React, it's fault of me, right? I mean, React, yeah. You know, this is my own kind of fuck up, right? But yeah, I mean, yeah, super strange. But let's see about this. So we instantiate the editor here. Leo, you too, my friend. Have a good night, man. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't make sense. I think. Yeah. can't log in. Yeah, maybe I fucked something up last night. Let me see. Well, I can. Tell me what the issue is. I think that I can see that people are actually logging in and signing up. But I don't know, when did you... Yeah. ID to label. Let me just remove any side effects, right? So we need to somehow instantiate this only once. That's without the question, right? How do we do that now is the question. Is I don't know. Let's take a look here. Well, there's something wrong with the editor, right? I mean, we need to make sure that we only... Yeah, it's re-rendering every single time, which means basically for every time I press a key, all of this is executed, right? That doesn't make any sense, right? Like maybe, yeah, that's plugin registered. Yeah, so we're actually getting where the fuck is that thing? So we're getting every single time in here, right? And that shouldn't be happening, right? Yeah, I have. But I don't think this is gonna help us much with that, right? We can try using it, right? Shit, this production, sorry, my bad. Thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. Yeah, I suppose we need to configure it. And we will, give me a moment. Check your spam, Sako. Well, actually, what the fuck am I doing? Am I stupid or something? Are you kidding me, man? Yeah, I don't know what to do with this, honestly, but it feels wrong at the very least. Why are we... Yeah, it feels wrong because just feels wrong. That's all I can say. No, it's not an issue. It should work. I'll check in 2 minutes. Give me, please, just give me a second. I just need to try to focus on this just for a moment. Yeah, maybe something. Yeah, I'll check in a second. I think you. Yeah, let's actually check right away. Let's check right away. Give me a moment. Matus, buddy, good evening. Yeah, give me a second. Let's see. So emails are actually being sent. I can see confirm your email. So I can see that they are being sent actually. So today, 3 of them were sent. It says here not delivered. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't feel showing this actually on the stream. But yeah, I can see that they are actually being sent. Why not delivered? Let's see. Blocked. The Interia PL server blocked this message from being delivered. I don't know what this is. This is some small, I guess, email server, whatever. But it says that it has been blocked. And it's saying, hey, it's not going to try to deliver it again. Not small, but shitty. I see. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. But I can see that it works. I can see that people are actually managing to do it. Yeah. So it's working for sure, right? Yeah, and I don't see, I don't know what's your email, Sako, but I don't see you here. So maybe you already signed up or some shit. I don't know. But you would have then gotten an error, basically, right? If email already exists, user with the given email already exists, right? Reset password, honestly, I don't think we have tested that in a very long time, right? So I cannot guarantee for that. It's been a very long reset. Request new, yeah. I cannot guarantee for this. It's been a while. Password, I'll need to check that. What the fuck? So actually what's happening is not even strange. Yeah, that's how the editor works. The component which uses useEditor is re-rendered for each change. This is useful for re-rendering menu buttons in it. You should probably put the editor in a separate component instead. What? Are you kidding me, man? So yeah, so maybe what's happening is actually normal. Yeah, he's kind of getting the same crap, right? So the editor basically is getting kind of, yeah, recreated on every key press. That fucking sucks. Yeah, so I guess, yeah. I guess that's how it works, actually. But then what's up with our tags then? Let's at least take a look at that then. Yeah, but I just felt that that could have been an issue with this, right? But maybe it isn't, right? Yeah, exactly, right? Enable suggestions, yeah. I mean, we can use the profiler. It's not a problem, right? Let's see. Profiler. Dog time again. Fair enough, buddy. Enjoy. Yeah, man, exactly. How do we decipher this even, right? All of the streams are on YouTube now. So I have disabled them here. You can find them all on YouTube. I'm gonna actually share a link now. So if you go, I guess, how do I share this link with you? Actually, yeah, let's go here. So yeah, no VODs are gonna be on Twitch anymore. I just moved them, so they're all gonna be all stored here. You can find them all here on YouTube instead. I don't know how to kind of decipher this right now, right? Actually, I know Bass. I'm gonna take a look at that. I actually know what it's not really an issue. It's just some product of some task we did past few streams. We're gonna fix that. No worry, your content isn't deleted. Your content is still there. Don't worry, your content isn't deleted. Okay, Numinex, my friend, good evening. I don't know how to read that properly for now, so let me just leave it. Yeah, the content is, don't worry, I mean, I do 4 backups a day, right, of all the content, so no worries, like nothing is ever lost. Nothing is ever lost. All right, give me a moment here. Let's go back here. Let's go to npm. Jesus Christ, man, come on. Looking exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm chronically exhausted. Yes, that's my default state. When I'm not exhausted, something's wrong. Yes, absolutely exhausted. Yes, pretty exhausted actually. But that's life, my dear hot long beard bass man. Pretty much, exactly. Pretty much what Numinex said. He more or less explained it. That's what it is. 100%. 100%. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Are you kidding me, man? Where is it? Like, it's complaining about some shit somewhere. Giving up is for weaklings. Only weaklings give up. Brave warriors like us never give up, right? That's what separates the knights from the weaklings. Fast on mobile. Matt is like spamming us. I love it. Absolutely, absolutely I do, yes. For fetch, you still need, for the native browser fetch, you still need polyfills for some browsers and stuff, right? But, which is, yeah, exactly. But I do prefer Axios, yeah. Mainly because of interceptors and stuff like that, because I use interceptors a lot. Yeah, interceptors are just amazing. Super nice. One thing that I can see here is that actually I can't see anything. Wait a minute. Tip tap. Did we deploy those updates? Let me see. It failed. What are you fucking kidding me, man? I see. All right. Well, nothing useful there for us, unfortunately. What's up with this music, man? I mean, indeed, it is a cheap argument in this sense. Yes, it's not really relevant for us in that sense. Like, we don't care about Internet Explorer anyway, nor Opera. Right. So, but yeah, I agreed. Yeah. So that's strange. There's something that happens, some state somewhere. Like, yeah, if I open up a comment. Okay, give me a moment. So I think Sako was also trying to say that. So if we go to a comment, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's super frustrating because I have no idea, right? It's just very, very fucking annoying, yeah. Yeah, let's see. Give me a moment here, just to check one thing. One sec. How's everything doing? Good evening, buddy. Good, good. Not bad. Just trying to figure out some stuff. Some super strange bug. So the only place basically that we have this editor reference is here. What does this mean though? So we have this editor ref here. We will create give me a moment, just 1 second. Moment. Editor current, yeah. Shit. Let me try to do one thing. Nah, fuck it. I don't know what the issue is. That's the problem. The problem is we have a very strange, very annoying tiny bug, and I can't figure this out. So now it shows up again. If you refresh, it doesn't. Let me just do a bit. Let's check if some sort of concurrency issue or some shit. I don't know. Then if we go back here, then if we come back, it's gonna show up again. But on initial render of this, it's not, right? So you can see when we press the key, nothing really happens. Let me just do something like this, just for fun. Ah, fuck, we can't. Problem is it works locally, it doesn't work in production, so I don't fucking know. That's the hardest thing. If it doesn't work on either, we would have fixed this already. Can't even actually test locally because it just works. The suggestion is imported instead of having everything. What do you mean suggestions is imported? We are also passing suggestions as a prop. It's not inside of there. We're also passing suggestions. They're not inside of the editor, right? Yeah, but I don't think it's a bit vague suggestion, right? Splitting something into different components isn't a solution, right? We are passing suggestions to the tip tab as a prop, right? So it's not that we are doing that inside clearly, right? We're not. I don't think it has anything to do with that, at least, right? So here's the item suggestion items, mention trigger. Give me a moment. Give me 1 second on it. Let me just check one thing. Let me just check one thing, okay? And then I'm on it. All right, 1 sec. Well, can you send me the link, Sako? Because that's not the link. Let me just try one thing, just a crazy thing. Yeah, 1 sec. I didn't get inspiration anywhere. It's just my own kind of product of mind. It's just my mind is very minimalistic. So what should I take a look at here, Sako? What do you want me to take a look at? You cannot. Negative. React Native, yes. With React Native, you can, yeah. With React, you can't. Extensions mention configure. Suggestion mention dot configure. All right, let me literally push this crap. Let me just push this crap to production, right? Just to see if this makes any difference at all. Just trying to fix some annoying bug. with the tags and stuff. Not super fun, very hard actually. Probably not gonna do any progress today, but it's okay. We really need to fix this anyway. It's quite frustrating actually. That's how it is sometimes. And that's perfectly fine, as I always say. Cool. Whoa, a new sub. Noji. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it very much. Let's see now. So I would be super happy if we can at least get close to fixing this tiny, well, it was supposed to be a tiny one, right? At least it was supposed to be, right? Okay, let's wait for this fella to build. And then let's see what we can actually do. Come on, come on, come on. Finished. Okay, uploading. Uploading. Success. All right, let's see. Yeah, should be deployed. Yes. Let's F5. Nope. Maybe it's still cached. Let's see. Okay, so it does work, right? So good. Good, great. This is just a dummy bullshit, right? But that works, right? So that's actually pretty good. That is pretty good, right? Okay. All right. So let's go back here. Let's see what we've done the last time. Pop-up. Trigger manual, whatever. No, is that what we actually want? Let me see. Okay, let's see so we had a suggestion here. We had render label there as well. All right, I see. Okay. So the only difference now basically is that the suggestion fella is getting those fellas from they're hard coded, right? So let's try to change that, right? So if we go back here to tip tab, right? And if we go to the suggestion crap now, what we could do, let's at least try, I don't fucking know. So let's make this suggestion function that's gonna take suggestion items, right? And why is this is wrong? What the heck? That was a wrong default prop there as well. Anyway, so let's go actually no, no, we'll see about that. Okay, then if we go back here, right? instead of making this an actual object, let's make it a function that returns an object, right? So let's not return implicitly, let's return explicitly, just in case we need to do some logging and stuff, right? So let's do this, right? And then this is gonna take, like, actually make sure it takes an object as an argument. So suggestion items and not an actual single thing. And then I don't think this is gonna make any difference at all. It shouldn't, at least, but let's see. Yeah, so if we go back here, we go to the local host now. Failed, okay? And I know why it failed. Let's go back to mention list. Let's say label here. So we still kind of have that, right? All right, let's push this now back to production again. And then if this fails, then it's most likely the way that we load suggestion items that's the issue, right? Let's do that, comment this. Push it. Yeah, exactly. So we saw, yeah, that. So yeah, hard coding them in production as we did worked, as we can see. Yeah, so yeah, there's hope. There's actually hope that we fix this. Let's see now what happens there. And essentially, so if it doesn't work, then it has to be with how we are actually passing those props down, right? Meaning, in this context here, we have suggestions here. And we're passing this suggestion items like this. So that could be an issue, right? We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let's go back to our Cloudflare. Remember to read item.label. I'm not sure what, Sako, if you mean here in dimension list, that's what we're doing, yes. That's what we're doing, yes. That's what we're doing, indeed, yes. 100%. But let's see, it's maybe something concurrency issue of some sort or something. Let's see, because now at the very least, if it doesn't work, we're gonna know kind of that it is related. It's gonna be related to this, right? So if it doesn't work now in production, it's gonna be something to do with this. So let's give it a second to deploy, and then at the very least we have isolated ourselves to the. Did it deploy? It did. Tailwind cannot replace CSS. Tailwind is CSS.js. And no, nothing is gonna replace. No. Yeah, so still the same issue, right? So yeah, so something with, yeah, so something is something related to this, right? So suggestions. Fuck, wait a minute. Where are those? Okay, state tags. Give me a moment here, right? Let's take a look at one thing. So source. Let me just do one more thing. Just one more thing, and then we're good, okay? So I just want to test one more thing very quickly. Just to isolate ourselves completely to this concurrency type of issue or whatever, right? Give me a second here. So what I'm actually going to do, give me a moment here. All right. Whatever, man. So last check before we then, and then in the meanwhile, while we're waiting, let's just make sure of one thing. So let's go to store, tags, index here. Let's see, tags is loading true. Okay. And then I'm gonna undo actually this crap. We're gonna go here. We're gonna say, actually, I'm not gonna call this suggestions. I'm gonna actually call it tags. That's fine. And then what we're gonna do as well, we're gonna say is loading tags. I think that's my assumption right now, but I don't know. We're gonna know now in a second. Did this deploy? Let's see. It's just an assumption I have. In case this ends up working now, let's see. So if we go to production now, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Let's see. Let's test my hypothesis, but I have a feeling that's it. Yeah. Bass, thank you for being around, man. Have a good night as well. I hope to see you tomorrow again, man. Have a great one. Oh my fucking god, man. Jesus Christ, I know what the issue is. I think. Where do we actually try to fetch the tags? Where do we do that? It's like, because, give me a second here. Yeah, but why are we not seeing this then? Wait a minute, something's off. Yeah, but we're not getting this if it, wait a minute. Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong, right? What is, like, this is 100% inaccurate. This is wrong, right? Now why, right? That's the question. Why are we getting false? Also, why are we getting that the default state of this is false? That is fundamentally wrong, right? No, that's wrong. I mean, and we don't want to do those hacky things, right? Like, this state should be fine. State tags, that makes no sense. Wait a minute, something's off here, right? Yeah, but code, good evening, buddy. Yeah, but sure, but doesn't. We need to fix the actual issue. Something isn't right here, right? So why is the initial state is loading set to false, right? That doesn't make sense, right? It shouldn't be. Something's off. Jace, thank you very much for being here as always. No, but it's not misleading. This is correct. This is all correct, right? So I have no doubts that this is fine, right? And this is just showing the bad state, right? It's clearly also, it's clear that, let's actually see. Give me 1 second, right? Let's do one thing. I think it's pretty easy to, yeah, you can clearly see that this doesn't work, right? Okay, so actually is loading tags is now true, right? And actually, and we should see in 5 seconds this editor should appear. Let's actually see. Well, obviously we need to resolve a promise now and stuff, but you can see that, yeah. So actually, yeah, it's just a bit strange. I guess it happened so fast, but that's also wrong. It just feels wrong. Okay, let's push this. Let's just push this and try, right? But yeah, I'm not happy with that at all, honestly. It feels a bit, yeah. Ah, shit, so it's here, actually. That's also wrong. Okay, my bad, my bad. Where's the suggestion thing? This should be basically manual. Okay, I see, I see. Oh my god, I think we're kind of almost there. I feel it. I think next time we push, I feel we should be there. Where is this? Is this a suggestion? Okay, it is a suggestion, right? So, okay, that's why it doesn't work. Sure, sure, we're fine, we're fine. Actually, yeah. If we go to a suggestion, we still need that render. So where is this? Yeah, so let's just put this fella over here. Let's say okay. Great. All right, cool. So let's push that now. Sync changes. Whew, what a battle. Ugh. What is this actually? Let's check this new service. I applied for Cloudflare sponsorship. So let's see if they reject us immediately or not. But imagine how cool would it be if they kind of don't reject us, right? So I applied if they want to kind of support programmer network, right? That would be super, super nice. Actually, wow, okay, give me a second. I'll need to actually take a look at that. We need this. This is great. All right, let's see. Come on. Is it working? Yes, it's working. This is now different. No, yeah, I think we're good. Can you guys try? Of course, now those are no longer clickable. It's fine. But I think, yeah. Yeah, if somebody can try, I think we're fine now. And then we will need to make it kind of clickable again to go to the actual tags page. But it's actually, I think, not doing that right now, primarily because we need to add thoughts for each given tag, right? Nice, superb. So it was that concurrency issue, it seems, right? So it seems that the tags were not loaded fast enough, I presume. Yeah. Great. Great. Okay, let's move this to done. Well, actually, I think you were right, Sako. We fixed it because you suggested to take a look at that file. So 100%, yeah. We basically, yeah, your suggestion in a way worked. Yes, definitely. Definitely, 100%. 100%. Actually, we need to talk, yeah. We need to hang out. Especially, you need to come to our place as soon as possible, Sako. So, but I'll call you and then, yeah. What the fuck is that? All right, so actually what we're gonna do, let's try something like that, right? Let's go to the API and let's just here, let's just fake something. So let's say return reply.code 503 send, right? Let's just get 503 in the front, right? That's what we want to get. Thank you very much for the follow. Really, really appreciate it. So let's get 503. Thank you very much, fellas. Appreciate it. Thomas, make sure to sign up, right? I would highly appreciate it. If you care about stuff like this, there is the link. So it takes like maybe 1 minute to sign up or less. So, but thank you very much, man. Okay, so let's go to the front end now. Let's go to our my request wrapper, my Axios, right? And here somewhere in the interceptor, right? I'll say if error.response status is 503, right? Let's just make sure that we can. Jesus Christ, it's 503. Let's just make sure that we can, right, do that. What is happening? It's 503. Okay, good, right? The next thing what we want to do is we want to feels okay, man. Sounds good, man. Okay, error response date 400 customers. Error response date. Yeah, okay, so we have that, and what else do we have? We have some sort of how do I handle some of the other errors, right? Let's see. Error boundary or something, right? Yeah, so we have the error boundary, right? Error boundary. Error bandari. Error bandari. Fallback. Cool. Error boundary. Yeah, but that's not really gonna happen, will it, right? Nino, thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. So is there some error or something here? There has to be error boundary, right? All right, so let's throw here, right? Let's say throw new error graph, just for a sec, right? Now, of course, so right now, obviously, we're getting redirected here because we're not logged in. So that's because, yeah, let's take a look. It's mobile, la suspense, routes, whatever, home is loading authenticated user, is authenticated, right? Yeah. Okay, if we go to home, right? Yeah, so we're kind of going here, right? Thank you very much, man. I'm a minimalist, right? So I'm trying to do as less as we possibly can, right? So that is kind of the idea, is to figure out if we can do it super simple, super simple. Okay, so I might have an idea, right? So what if we do something like this, right? We say here element, and then we say, let's just say something like error view or whatever. Let's actually see what thank you very much, man. Thank you very much, dude. That's the biggest motivation to kind of when you see that people are signing up and stuff. So pretty cool. Thank you. All right, so let's go back here and let's call this slash maintenance. Let's say undergoing maintenance. I don't know if that's actually a word, an English word. Undergo, yeah. Okay. So if this is the case, let's try to say window.location.href. Something like that, right? So if we go back here, yeah, we got redirected there. Now there seems to be some infinite loop of some sort, right? And that's because now we are infinitely being redirected, right? I was 18 years old, so around 15, 16 years ago. I think you can check my LinkedIn somewhere in the description. So that's kind of fun, but I think the issue basically is that still trying to what? Yeah, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's still trying to do something here, right? Let's see. Oh, throws, location, search, use effect. And it's a good question. I don't think I am, but let's see. Route. No, I don't think I am. No, this is not a protected route, right? So I don't think so. No route. So no, we're not trying to do that at all, right? Yeah, because it's trying to fetch the logged in user, then it gets a new 503, then we get a response back, then we redirect again, right? So I guess what we could do for now, just to test those hypotheses, right? Let's say here, you know, if, you know, then do this, right? Yeah, exactly, right? Just to double check, right? Yeah, and that's, yeah, exactly, right? Exactly, right? Obviously, yeah, yeah. So obviously, let's fix that because it doesn't get what we actually want to do. Undergoing maintenance. Let's put this somewhere after. Yeah, actually, that's a bit awkward, right? Isn't it? Okay, funny. Okay, so now we're good, right? I mean, it doesn't look clean. That's questionable, right? I think it looks clean because it makes sense, right? Because we need to do this, right? Like this. Now, actually, we do this again, right? You can see that we're still redirecting because we keep kind of redirecting back, and then we keep trying to load the user, right? So that is the problem, right? That is the problem, right? All right, and then here, let's we're not sending it here. We're sending it globally in the whole app. We're not sending it here. Well, I mean, we can of course neglect that over here, right? So somewhere over here we can say, hey, don't get authenticated user. So we can basically, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna have to have this if statement somewhere, right? So either way, you know, we can do it like this, right? And then return. So if it includes this, return, right? And then we can get rid of it here. But it's the same crap, right? It achieves the same. I agree with. I mean, I don't disagree with you at all, actually, right? It's just a matter of we have to kind of. You can see here now it actually works the same way, right? It's just we're saying, but now we're kind of binding this, coupling this thing a bit to this thing here, which is also fine, right? So what's better? I guess it's questionable, right? Right. All right, so we have that error view now, right? And so what we can actually do, right, just instead, we can reuse our existing component, right? Obviously, so we can do this. We'll just, for now, do this. They're going maintenance. Going forward. This exists. Well, of course we do, because you have to be logged in on every page, more or less. Yes, except on the articles, right? But what do you mean? But we have to do that, right? We have to do that because we have to know if you're logged in or not, right? That's every single platform does that, right? Doesn't matter if we're using JSON Web Tokens, and you still have to do that, right? And that's what we're doing, yes. That's what we're doing, yes. We can of course check, yeah, if you have a programmer network cookie, yes, and then do it, yes. It is not, no, that's not correct, no. I can hard code any value in a cookie manually. I can type 1, 2, 3, and there you go, you have a cookie, right? Suggest, yes, yes, correct, agreed. We could indeed, right? We could indeed check, right, if there's a cookie set on the request, right? So for example, what we could do, we could go over here. So we could go basically here to get authenticated user, right? Well, no, not really, because the cookie is the HTTP only cookie. You cannot get the HTTP only cookie, right? You cannot, that's the security, that's the whole point of HTTP only cookies, that you can't get it with JavaScript, right? You can't check if there is a cookie which is HTTP only cookie, right? That's not possible, right? I could only do that if I disable the HTTP only cookie, then I can do it, yes. But I'm not gonna do that because it's not worth it. I'll much rather send a request than expose that cookie to all sorts of attacks, right? Right. That's what HTTP cookie is for. Right? If you go to programmer network, right, and you inspect your cookie, right? So if you go here and you take a look at the network tab, right? So if I check on, go to slash, what do you not understand? Do you know what an HTTP cookie is, right? HTTP only cookie cannot be controlled by JavaScript. You cannot use JavaScript to get this cookie now. So if you take a look at the request, we have a cookie here. We have this cookie over here. If we go to application, cookies, and if we search for programmer network, where is it? Anyway, here's the cookie, right? This is an HTTP only cookie. You cannot check if this cookie exists with JavaScript. That's the whole point of an HTTP only cookie. Well, that's one of the points, right? So you cannot say, hey, is there a cookie on the request called programmer network? You cannot do that. And that's the whole point, right? You cannot, there's no, you're not exposing this to any sorts of attacks, right? If I have stored this as a non-HTTP only cookie, then yes, I could have used something here, right? Then inside of here, I could have set if cookies.get, let's say, write arbitrary code, programmer network, whatever, JVT, then return, right? This is typically how you would do it. If it was not HTTP only cookie. So I would say, hey, get the cookie called programmer network JVT. Purpose of a JSON web token is a purpose like of any other token is authorization or an authentication, right? Actually authentication, I'm sorry. not authorization necessarily, right? How you store it and stuff, there's many options how you can store that cookie and how you can use it. I'm using it. So I'm using JSON Web Tokens. I'm sending them as part of the cookies, not as part of the headers, just of any header. So what you can also do, you can say, usually what people do with JSON Web Tokens, they say authorization, and then they say, bare, exactly. So this is typical ways to use. It is stateless token. It's always stateless in my case as well. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with this. It's always stateless. Nobody neglects that, right? Which it seems that you're confused with the fact of what an HTTP only cookie is. In simple words, I don't want to expose JSON Web Token in my browser, so it's prone to cross-site scripting attacks and similar stuff like that, right? Because if I didn't use an HTTP only cookie, and if technically there wasn't a cross-site scripting attack, then somebody could simply extract that cookie with JavaScript, that token, and boom, that user is now authenticated like you, as you. So that's why I'm saying there's different ways how you can store this cookie, how you can send it, etc., etc., etc. Since it's HTTP only cookie for me, I can't do this. This I cannot do because I cannot access this token via JavaScript again because it's an HTTP only cookie. Right? So yes, are you guys also correct in its assessment? 100% you're correct. But it's a trade-off, right? It's up to you to decide how you want to do it. Is it ideal that we are sending this /me? Absolutely not. We can, I mean, I'm not by no means suggesting it's a great solution in that sense. But for me, it's a trade-off. I would much rather protect my JSON Web Token so somebody cannot just execute a script or make the user, do it. Which audio? Okay, got it. So that's why this is done as such, right? That's the only reason, right? No, there's no server-side rendering. No, this is just like a standard decoupled app. You have an API, you have a client. They're completely decoupled, right? So it's not, if it's a server-side rendering, then obviously we would have different discussion now entirely, right? Entirely. It's always a trade-off, right? If you store your cookie or any sort of token to local storage, if you store it to anywhere, you're always prone to cross-site scripting and stuff, right? It's just how it is, right? Right. So that's it. I do not know, honestly. I don't know if there is one, but we would do it in some other way, because then I would build authentication endpoint for mobile specifically, right? So that's the beauty of decoupling, and that's the beauty of separation of concerns in this sense, if we may call it this way, because if we ever need to build a mobile app, well, this is even better because we have the whole API decoupled. It's not server-side rendering. It's not having its endpoints coupled to some templating engine in the API like handlebars or React or whatever those things are. So yeah, you would build maybe a different endpoint to authenticate with mobile, right? So not a big deal, right? Is there an HTTP only cookie on mobile? I don't know, honestly. I'm not a mobile developer. I have very little experience there. I did build some apps in React Native when React Native came out, but that has been very long ago, right? So I can't say much about that, right? So the only thing that I dislike here now, and before we actually round up the stream for today, is that now you ended up here. And if you keep refreshing now, basically, you're gonna kind of indefinitely remain here, right? So kind of, and that kind of sucks, right? That kind of sucks, right? So that's not very ideal, right? So I think for this specific one, we would need to also do some sort of a call somewhere to see if we're still getting 503, whatever. So yeah, so this is not super perfect or whatever, right? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, right, ideal thing would be that we kind of somehow catch the error somewhere around here, right? So that we get, that we kind of bubble that error somewhere, right? And then kind of render it there. So that's why I wanted to kind of render it here in the error boundary, right? But actually this is my sentry, right? So it's kind of useless, right? Actually, you know what? Let me actually get rid of this crap. Give me 2 seconds. Ah, shit. Jesus Christ, man. Are you kidding me, man? Ah, I see. Okay. So we actually have the error boundary component, which isn't really that, right? So let's actually can I somehow copy paste all this crap? Yeah. Let's go back here. Give me 1 second. My wife is writing to me. Okay, good. Let's go back here. Our boundary, yeah. So let's actually go to our app. I think this is gonna actually work, unlike the sentry thing. So let's just wrap our whole thing in an error boundary, right? Obviously. So we can kind of see if we can somehow bubble those errors there. And let's try to import this from components global, right? Let's pnpm dev, entry white plugin. Okay, it's complaining that entry white plugin. So let's get rid of that. Entry white plugin. Get rid of that as well. Try to run that again. we have this error boundary now. So if we go back here, so we'll try to get rid of this undergoing maintenance, import centric tracking. Okay, let's just clean up the century stuff because we're actually not going to be using it anymore. Oh, shit, I'm checking the API, okay. Century initialize, let's get rid of all of that. See if that's sufficient. So let's see what's happening now. So we're getting a tiny error, obviously. Does not provide export name error boundary. Okay, I see. Okay, let's go back to the UI again. Error. Yeah, boundary. Okay, so it's complaining that it's not. Because it's a default export, right? So let's actually export it as a simple export. So let's just say export class error boundary. Sullivan, my friend, good evening. Very good, my dude. How are you? How's life serving you? Okay, and let's now go to let's go to a request here. Let's actually not do this, but let's just throw the actual error. So let's just say throw new error. Service unavailable or whatever, we'll see, just for fun. And let's 7 days left before changing jobs. Congratulations, man, that sounds really good. Hopefully you're gonna like the new one. Let's see if we're actually now getting anything in here. Dude, why do I keep switching to the API? It's unbelievable. Error, okay, app, where's the request here? So if error response is 503, throw new error. And then we throw from here. Okay, so let's kind of see where is this happening. So fuck. It's happening on /me, right? I guess, right? So it's happening here, right? So here we are having an error. And so essentially, so what if we try this? Then catch error. Sullivan. Nice, man. What the fuck is happening, man? It's like, are you kidding me? Complete profile, what? No issues, no issues. They're just doing regular tasks. Absolutely no issues, no. I'm just manually throwing the error in the API. So I want to cover 503. So when the service is down, I want to show in the UI that, hey, you know, service is actually down. Okay, so this is, so it's not good yet, actually, so. I would like to kind of still keep what is this rejected value doing actually? So it's rejecting the stuff. I'm just covering known things, right? Just, you know, if you're deploying something and somebody comes, right? I want to make sure that people see like, hey, we're deploying and stuff. So nice. Okay, good. That's actually good. What the fuck is this error boundary doing, man? Why is it like? What is this fella doing? Seriously. What is its purpose if it's not actually, if you're not propagating the error there, and why not actually? I don't know. Well, it's not gonna catch all errors. Nobody is saying that it will, right? But I actually know what the issue is, yeah. I actually do know what the issue is. Yeah, that kind of sucks, yeah. Yeah. Well, this is very basic thing, right? It's not rocket science. You know, that's how exceptions work in JavaScript. They're gonna bubble, you know, up until something catches them, right? So that's the whole point of this error boundary, to catch exceptions which you didn't handle, right? But we can't do this here because that's actually needs to happen somewhere inside here, right? So that's the problem, right? But actually it's not a problem at all. So we're actually good. We're actually good. So we're actually gonna, yeah, we can even keep this if we want. It doesn't really matter, right? We're just gonna say here error. I don't think this has anything to do with, I don't think this has much to do, honestly, with JavaScript or not. React is JavaScript, right? So you will see the errors are still gonna bubble up again until you Jesus Christ, man, are you kidding me? I think we have like, give me a second, please. Yeah, I mean, shouldn't have maybe changed that, but doesn't really matter. It's okay. Anyway, I think we're good, right? So what we can do now, right, is we can this is actually fine, right? So we don't really need this anymore. So we actually want to try doing that. If there's an error, instead of throwing an error here, right? Let's let's have another state variable somewhere here. Let's say const server error, set server error, use states. There's something wrong with my VS Code. I don't know what the fuck is happening. So annoying, man. Okay. You know, now what we can actually do, right, is well, we have to react to 503, right? So, and we don't know actually what we're gonna get, right? Yeah, there is a typo, yeah. Indeed, thank you very much. I don't know what type of error now we're gonna get when the service actually isn't available, but I guess yeah, that's the idea, right? But let's just see how do we actually get this, the code, right? Because is it error data, error response, right? Because so let's actually see what are we throwing here. So we're rejecting this error. What is that error, right? So we try to get this. We let's go to our interceptor, right? So well, let's actually do something with this, right? So we can say is greater or equal than 500, right? $25 gold. Good evening, buddy. Yeah, no, that's very dangerous. We cannot do this, right? Let's say if it's greater than 500, actually. Well, what's ideal, right, depends on what we want to do, right? So, and what we want to do, we want to show the whole screen that, you know, server is under maintenance, right? It cannot error out one component when server is down, right? That doesn't make sense neither, right? We're handling now an error when our server is down due to either either we deploying at that moment or just being down for whatever reason, right? Reject with value. That's awkward, right? Yes, sometimes we have, but we don't. Yes. Okay. We do not have any cache date. Okay, I see. All right. Status 503, status text. Okay. So let's basically just do this in the simplest possible way we can, because this is not really important to a degree where it's worth spending this much time on. So let's just do this. We just throw a standard JavaScript error, nothing fancy, right? And then yeah, over here we can say if I'll actually let's actually get rid of that. Okay, so we can say if error dot message is service, and we should store that in a const, and we will. For now, let's make it work first. Then, well, here we want to do something. Otherwise, do something else over here, right? So now, yeah, so here we're going to say set server error. Let's just say you know, actually, you know what, instead of introducing some enums and mapping and stuff, let's literally just do this, and then we'll figure out some other types of errors that can happen here. All right, so for example, we know that 403 can happen, that will happen, like if you try to get the user but you're not logged in, we're gonna, so we, in that case, we probably don't want to do anything, right? So we only want to react to this for now. Yeah, and yeah, and then basically over here we can say we need to really create this constant so we don't repeat the same text like 5 different times. But we'll all right. So now we get this boom, right? So that's good. Now if we go to this other crap that we built, we're gonna remove that, right? So we're gonna get rid of this thing here. We don't really need that. I don't think it's a better idea. I think it's exactly the same, right? In this specific context, right? I don't see any difference, right? But is it maybe it's more reliable? Yes, maybe, right? Because I mean the status code can change as well, right? So I mean, if you apply that way of thinking, anything can change. But yes, I agree. We can also do that, right? The main reason why I use the message is because I can just throw it like this. I don't need a custom error now. Now, if I wanted the code as well, right? Now I need to extend this error to something else, right? Exactly. I mean, you can see here, if error response status is greater than 500, then treat all of that as service unavailable, right? Because I mean, anything really over 500, or maybe, I mean, even 500, but it's very dangerous to, because it, yeah, I don't know. I'm just reluctant to say greater or equal then, right? Because 500 still happen time to time due to some other things, but server might not be down. So I think let's just go with 503, right? Just for now. Because that's what apparently Cloudflare is going to return if if the service cannot be reached, right? So let's just do this for now, right? So if it's 503, throw this message, and I'm mainly doing this again simply because I don't need to then extend this error as a custom error. Do we actually have a custom error of some sort, right? Exactly. Let's cover this and then see it over time as we've been doing so far, right? We're gonna cover more as we know more, right? Okay, that's great. I think that's it pretty much. So we kind of updated this stuff, and that's fine. Let's now actually, obviously, let's get rid of this manually thrown error, right? We should kind of be managing now, hopefully, to log in. And we actually are, right? Now, if we log out and we get 403, right? That should still error out without no consequences, right? Yeah, request failed. Exactly. And this is what I was talking about maybe 5 minutes ago, right? Like, you know, here it's fine that we have an error. If it's 403 or whatever, we can just let it actually let it just fart, whatever, right? Yeah, but that's, I think that's pretty much it about that one. Okay, let me just once more, no, that's not what I wanted. Let me just once more enforce the error in our API. We're either deploying or fixing something. We'll be back soon, undergoing maintenance. Yeah, I think this is okay, right? Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah. All right, cool. Great. Let's push that. Well, we actually can't push it yet because we kind of fucked up here, right, with the error boundary, right? Yeah, over here, right? How did we have it literally a few minutes ago before we changed this? Where was this imported from? Ah, I see. Well, yeah, we replaced kind of this stuff with that. Okay, I see. Sure. Well, okay, so well, in that case, right, well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab this fella over here, and then instead of so if it has no error, right? Daniel on YouTube, good evening, buddy. I guess if there's no error, just return nothing, right? Just return null. Otherwise, return this, right? Yeah, about to round up actually. Yeah, just wanted to do this task that you created about handling, you know, handling stuff when what? Ah, shit, I know. I know what the problem is. Sorry, my bad. Okay, great. Good question. I'm not quite sure. Kirill. I think he might be, yes, but I'm not quite sure. An unserializable value was detected in action. The path payload value are service unavailable. Okay, so that's, I think, okay. Yeah, not quite sure if he's there, to be very frank with you. No clue. Maybe you can write to him here on Twitch, like I send him a message. Big shot, my friend. Good evening. Non-serializable. That's super strange. Bushman, dude, thank you for sticking around with me this whole evening, man. Like, thank you very much, man. Seriously appreciate it. You made it easier for me as well to stick around. Awesome, and sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. All right, so I think this is good now. We can actually merge this. So I removed Sentry. We've created a bunch of stuff here. Handle file 3 service. See if we can actually push this, and then yeah, it's complaining about some fucking shit. The fuck? All right. I have 5 minutes before I have to leave. What happened? Can you share a link here? Because my wife also is back from work now, so I also am, and I'm, like, to be very frank with you, quite exhausted actually. Yeah, give me 1 second. Take a look at that in a moment. 1 moment. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, that's actually quite strange. But I can already tell you, no chance I can figure it out now. But let's try to apply some logic. So you're saying if you so it seems that it kind of scrolls to the bottom, no? I think it's the common focus. I think maybe, I'm not sure, but it seems that the tip tab has a comment, maybe just a hint. I see that this thing is kind of, so maybe when it focuses this thing, somehow it scrolls to it as well. I'm not saying that's the case, right? Yeah, I don't know. I just saw, right, as soon as I click, you see how it blinks down here. So I'm just thinking, could it be maybe that the focus also has some sort of, like, there's some scroll that it takes you down here as well, right? But I'm gonna assign this to you then, and then if you don't figure it out, I can try. Let's see, small bug, whatever. Okay. Exactly, something like that, exactly. And yeah, I've just done this one that you've asked for, Carol. So hopefully, let's see. Yeah, hopefully when next time, when the service is down a few seconds ago, let's just make sure that shit isn't broken in production now. No, it isn't. Okay, beautiful. All right, fellas. Well, this is gonna conclude this session today. You can see that I actually look like shit. I look like shit. Actually, I just realized. I mean, okay, maybe I just realized too late. But yeah, I need to kind of run. I need to sleep. I need to go to work tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, what is to say? We did some good work today. We fixed the tags, so they work in production now. Hopefully Kirill can add them to the tags page as well, so the thoughts, I mean, so that would be useful. And yeah, what is to say? We continue tomorrow as usual. We start crunching this. Maybe we're gonna move to amazing. Yeah, tomorrow we might finalize courses, and then I might start writing some new courses. I might start actually recording a course. Thank you very much as well, Kirill, for sticking around and being with me. Appreciate it, man. Good night, everybody. Big shot. Thank you for passing by, and everybody else, 25 gold. I'll catch you guys up tomorrow. Have a great one, and yeah, thank you guys again. Cheers. Have a good one.